The feelings, it's almost like it's almost like you've done a dry run. That's how it feels. Because Daniel is the fighter. He's been there, done it. As a team, we've been there, we've done it. So it's basically copy and paste with a few alterations here, there, and there to accommodate Mr. Usyk.
In a chilling preview of the rematch, Don Charles hinted that Dubois versus Usyk 2 feels like a fight they've already lived through, only this time it's personal, with the team treating it like a dry run refined for destruction. The message is clear. Dubois isn't coming to box, he's coming to knock Usyk out cold. But Charles isn't underestimating the mountain they have to climb. He knows exactly who they're up against, a fighter who bends the rules of logic every time he steps into the ring. He stated, he's extraordinary, he's a magician, is the guy, and yeah, he's an incredible person, incredible boxer, bag of tricks. That praise didn't come lightly. Usyk isn't just slick, he's elusive, awkward, and unpredictable. Charles knows Dubois can't go in with raw power alone. This isn't a battle of strength, it's a chess match with danger in every move. Every feint, every angle, every second matters. Usyk, the magician, is a puzzle built to frustrate even the most prepared fighters. And yet, Don Charles isn't backing down. He's already begun plotting something deeper, something brutal. He stated, and yeah, we're gonna have to go like I said earlier in previous interviews, I'm gonna have to devise the mother of all game plans to be able to overcome what this guy does. This isn't just about outboxing Usyk, it's about decoding the unthinkable. Charles is promising a strategy never seen before, custom built to crack the magician's code. One mistake from Usyk and it could all come crashing down. They've studied, they've learned, and now they're coming to rewrite the ending, because this time Dubois isn't chasing respect, he's chasing destruction. Don Charles knows what's at stake, and he knows the legacy standing in front of them. This isn't just another title defense. This is a clash with a man who's ruled untouched across 2 divisions.
He's unbeaten as a cruiserweight, undisputed, unbeaten currently. He is since Sir Lennox Lewis. He's the undisputed champion for the last 27 years. And so, yeah, this guy's, he's special, he's extraordinary. But is he human? Yes, he is.
That's the thin line Charles is walking, acknowledging Usyk's greatness without surrendering to it. The respect is real. Usyk's reign has been long, calculated, and dominant. He's done what few have even dared to dream. But inside those ropes, even legends bleed, even the extraordinary can fall. And that's where Team Dubois sees the opening. Strip away the aura, dig deep past the footwork and feints. And what's left is a man who can be broken, who can be beaten. But for all the pressure and all the talk about Usyk's legacy, Don Charles and Team Dubois have made one thing crystal clear. They're not living in the past. The controversy, the split opinions, the what-ifs from their first meeting, all of it has been buried.
Most definitely. I'm not going to regurgitate, because I have to now put that to one side. In fact, it's a rule of the team. It's the unspoken. Since the last press conference in Wembley against Mr. Usyk, we had a team meeting, Daniel's father in particular, that the rules are that we mustn't, that's in the past, yeah? It's about today and tomorrow and on the 19th, so we have to purely focus.
Because in the Dubois camp, there's now an unspoken rule. No rewinds, no reruns. The only thing that matters is the now. Daniel's father laid it down and the whole team stood behind it. The focus is locked on June 19th. Every ounce of energy is going into that one night. No distractions, no excuses. This isn't about redemption, it's about total takeover. And beneath all the strategy and discipline, there's a quiet confidence growing in the Dubois camp. Don Charles believes they're not just preparing a fighter, they're shaping the next ruler of the heavyweight division. He sees it in the way Dubois moves, trains, and carries himself.
This man of the future is the future of boxing, heavyweight boxing. And yeah, what can I say? I can't elaborate enough. I'm very happy, we're very happy. We happen to be sitting on a log of wood, touch wood. Everything's going according to plan.
This isn't the same young man from the first fight. This is someone sharper, colder, and completely dialed in. Every session, every round, every breath has been building to this one moment. The plan is working, and the pieces are falling into place. The only thing left now is execution. The journey from that first encounter with Usyk feels like a lifetime ago. The growth, the battles, the lessons, they've all built up to this moment. Don Charles isn't just confident, he's fired up, knowing how far they've come.
Look, we're experienced now. The first encounter with Usyk in Poland was almost 2 years ago. We're like 5 weeks away from it being 24 months since I started working with Dubois. You know, so a lot has changed. So very, very excited.
2 years of relentless training, sacrifice, and progress have transformed the team, and most importantly, Daniel Dubois. The fighter who walked into that first meeting with Usyk is a shadow of the powerhouse standing on the brink of greatness. There's no more uncertainty, no more hesitation. Everything they've worked for is finally converging, and it's about to explode into the ring. Looking back, Don Charles is honest about the early days. The first fight with Usyk came with its challenges, but it was also a leap into the unknown, a test that pushed both fighter and coach to their limits.
I can sit here now and say we were mad thinking that we were ready. I'm always very ambitious. Daniel was very ambitious. So it was an opportunity. We didn't have to take it, but we did. It happens to be our first fighter coach relationship. We had to develop it quick, instantaneously. In 14 weeks, we had to gel. I had to try and put the ethos of the boxing that I teach to this new fighter working relationship. It was very, very difficult, but we did enough for him to produce what he produced back then in Poland.
The pressure was real. 14 weeks to develop chemistry, adapt to a new fighter, and implement a completely new approach. It wasn't pretty at first, but it worked. Daniel Dubois stepped into that ring in Poland with enough to push Usyk, and while they didn't get the result they wanted, the foundation was laid. Now, with the experience and wisdom gained, they're back with something bigger, something better, and this time, nothing will be left to chance. The pain of that first loss still lingers, but with time, Don Charles has come to see it differently. What once felt like devastation has now become a powerful motivator, a lesson learned the hard way.
I can say it now because we've digested it, we've gotten over it. Daniel's become world champion since then, that I'm glad it happened. At the time, I was devastated. We were devastated because we believed we did enough to have gotten the win. We didn't. But when I look back at it, I'm actually glad that happened because this time round, we know what we're dealing with. You know, it's the known rather than the unknown.
The heartbreak was real, but it shaped them. Daniel Dubois, now a world champion, has grown from that experience. They didn't get the win, but they got something more important: clarity. This time, they're not stepping into the unknown. The fear of uncertainty is gone. What remains is a game plan crafted to expose Usyk's weaknesses. They know what's coming, and this time, they're ready. Now, after all the time spent together, Don Charles sees the transformation clearly. Daniel Dubois has been through the fire, tested, and refined. He's not the same fighter that first faced Usyk.
Daniel has been in there, physically felt him. He has felt Daniel also, okay? So going back now, obviously, like I said, that was a 14-week camp, then face Usyk. Now, it's 24 months. It's a lot of time we spent together. And look at the results since then that Daniel has gotten. So, you know, everything is aligned, in my opinion.
2 years of hard work, sacrifice, and learning have paid off. The results are undeniable. The time they've spent together, through ups and downs, has forged a champion. Daniel has grown, inside and out, and now they're staring down the road to redemption. Every step has been a lesson, every setback a launchpad for the future. Everything is in place, and this time, it's all aligned for victory. For Don Charles, the first loss wasn't just a setback, it was a lesson from a higher power, one that shifted their perspective and redefined their journey. Now, looking back, he sees it as part of a bigger plan.
It was all, I'm a God-fearing man. I always say, God knows best. The God took it away from us in Poland because he showed it to us. This is what's possible, and took it away. As humans, we were devastated. But looking back now, it's almost like, yeah, like I said earlier on, I'm glad in a way because this is a bigger, God took it away, repackaged it, much bigger package to say, now you are ready. We thought as humans we were ready then. Now I believe we're ready. Now I believe Daniel's going to receive the gift that was supposed to be for him 2 years ago.
Daniel wasn't ready then, but the universe, or perhaps God, wasn't done with them. That loss was a gift, repackaged and redelivered. It gave them the time, the growth, and the wisdom they needed. Now Charles believes the moment has finally arrived. This time, Daniel Dubois is ready to claim what was always meant to be his. The wait, the struggle, the heartbreak, it's all led to this moment. And now, they're not just ready for victory, they're destined for it. Even Daniel Dubois isn't pulling any punches when it comes to his goals. His mission is clear. He's not just here for another shot, he's here to win, and nothing less will do. The mindset has shifted, and he's laser focused. Dubois stated, "Any flesh that I see, just whack it hard." You've seen him get hurt there, but I'm not gonna go crazy on it, just gotta mix it up. He's not just looking for a knockout, he's looking for precision. Dubois knows Usyk's vulnerabilities, and he's coming in with a calculated approach, ready to exploit any weakness. No wild swings, no desperate attacks, just smart, controlled power. He's seen Usyk hurt before, and now he's ready to deliver that pain again. Every strike will count. The hunger for victory has only grown stronger since their first meeting. The past may have left its scars, but it's only made Dubois more determined, more dangerous. He stated, "Many things went against me in that first fight, and it ended the way it did. You saw it, but I've come back and feel like a new person. The whole experience has driven me on to succeed and improve." This isn't the same fighter who stepped into the ring with Usyk before. The loss didn't break him, it built him. Daniel feels like a new man, stronger, sharper, and more prepared. The lessons are learned, the changes are made, and Dubois is ready for redemption. As the rematch edges closer, it's clear this fight will be more than just a one-sided affair. Robert Garcia, a seasoned trainer, has already weighed in on what's to come, and his words add even more fuel to the fire.
I think it's a perfect timing. You know, they're both on top, on top with great wins. You know, Usyk obviously pound for pound the best fighter in the world. I think it's a great challenge. You know, the first one was a little controversial. There was a little bit of controversy with the body shot and stuff like that we all disputed, and everybody has a different opinion.
The anticipation is building. This isn't going to be a walk in the park for either fighter. Garcia believes the upcoming clash will be a true test of willpower and skill. With both fighters bringing their best to the table, Dubois is more prepared than ever, and Usyk isn't planning on giving up his crown without a battle. It's going to be a war, not just for the title, but for pride. Every punch, every round will matter. Robert Garcia further emphasizes the qualities that make Dubois a formidable opponent. His strength and ability to apply relentless pressure could be the key to cracking Usyk's defenses in a way we haven't seen before.
I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I think Dubois is in a great moment right now. I think Dubois is a big guy. He's going to go out there and put pressure and try to dominate with his physical strength. And Usyk, obviously, great boxer, great counter puncher, very great speed and technique, but he does get affected when we see pressure on him, when we see body shots on him. So I think Dubois is going to put on a great fight.
Dubois has evolved, and Garcia believes the added pressure could be the difference maker. Usyk, known for his finesse and slick movements, has shown vulnerability when pressed hard, and that's exactly what Dubois plans to do. With every round, the intensity will build, and Usyk will feel the weight of Dubois' power. The question is, can Usyk withstand the storm, or will the pressure finally break him? But on the other side, Usyk is standing firm in his belief that his reign as the undisputed champion isn't just a title, it's a statement. He's not backing down from anyone, especially not Dubois.
I'm undisputed from Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk.
Usyk's confidence is unwavering. To him, being the undisputed champion isn't up for debate. It's simply the truth, and it's going to stay that way. While Dubois prepares for war, Usyk is ready to defend his crown with everything he's got. There's no fear, no doubt, only the conviction that no one will take what's his. The stage is set for a battle of wills, and Usyk is determined to remind everyone why he's on top. As the rematch looms, Huey Fury has also weighed in with his thoughts on the fight. While the buzz around Dubois grows, Fury remains steadfast in his belief that Usyk will come out on top again.
It's going to be a rematch. It's going to be the same repeat. I can't say I think Usyk does a better job this time.
Fury doesn't see this fight playing out any differently than the first. In his eyes, Usyk is still the man to beat. With his skill and experience, Fury believes Usyk will once again prove why he's the undisputed champion. While others may have doubts, Fury stands firm, predicting that Usyk's superior technique and composure will seal the deal. For him, it's simple. Usyk's reign will continue, and Dubois just isn't at that level yet. Duke McKenzie also offers a bold prediction for what's to come. With the changes in Dubois' approach, McKenzie believes we're in for a fight like no other.
You know what? This is going to be as good as it gets, because obviously the world and his brother know now it's a completely different version of Daniel Dubois that Oleksandr Usyk faces. Dubois will raise his game. Dubois will fight. Dubois is going to make this fight into a bloodbath if he can. It's the only way he wins the fight. So that means he's going to take risks. He's going to do everything that he didn't do in the first fight. He'll try and get right in this fight.
McKenzie's words suggest Dubois is about to throw caution to the wind. This isn't the same fighter who stepped into the ring with Usyk before. If Dubois is to win, he'll have to fight with ferocity and take risks that he shied away from previously. McKenzie is convinced that Dubois will push the boundaries, turning the fight into a true battle of attrition. He'll go for the knockout, mixing power with unpredictability, and he won't leave anything to chance. Duke McKenzie doesn't hold back in assessing Dubois' first fight with Usyk. While the power and aggression were there, McKenzie believes Dubois made too many basic errors that cost him dearly.
Performance.
Yeah, sure, but he made far too many basic fundamental mistakes in going after Oleksandr Usyk the way that he did. But what we're seeing in Dubois now is a much more seasoned, a much more controlled, a much more... He picks his punches a lot better now.
But that's not the case anymore. McKenzie believes Dubois has evolved, becoming a more seasoned and controlled fighter. He's learned from his mistakes, and now he's picking his shots with precision. Gone is the reckless aggression. Dubois is now a smarter, more patient fighter, ready to approach the rematch with a strategy that could catch Usyk off guard. Duke McKenzie remains confident in Dubois' heart and fighting spirit, but he's also realistic about the challenges ahead. While Dubois has the potential to be a dominant force, McKenzie doesn't think the rematch will be as straightforward as many believe.
But you know, Daniel Dubois has always had a big heart, and like I say, if he was fighting anybody else other than Oleksandr Usyk, I would pick him to win. But what they're convinced...
You think he is number 2 heavyweight in the world right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I still think that what Dubois' team are clearly overlooking is the fact that if Dubois raises his game, then Usyk will raise his game. Usyk isn't shot, he's not over the hill. He's got plenty of miles left on the clock, I believe.
McKenzie acknowledges that Dubois is a formidable opponent, but Usyk is no slouch. If Dubois steps up, Usyk will do the same, and he's far from past his prime. The champion has plenty left in the tank, and McKenzie warns that the gap in experience and skill between the two fighters is still wide. Despite the improvements Dubois has made, McKenzie doesn't see this rematch playing out in his favor. He believes that no matter what Dubois brings to the table, Usyk will find a way to secure victory.
And I think if whatever Daniel Dubois brings to this fight, Usyk will still find a way to win.
McKenzie's confidence in Usyk is unwavering. He believes that Usyk's experience and ring IQ are simply too much for Dubois to overcome. Even with Dubois raising his level of competition, Usyk will adapt, counter, and outsmart him. It's not just about power, it's about a champion who knows how to survive and thrive under pressure. For McKenzie, Usyk's ability to adjust and find a way to win is what sets him apart, and that's why he believes the champion will prevail once again. Gareth A. Davies gives his take on what's to come. He believes that Dubois' aggression will be the key factor in the rematch, setting up a battle that will keep fans on the edge of their seats.
In those early rounds, it's no secret that he's going to go hard. He's going to put Usyk under pressure.
Yeah.
Daniel is capable of becoming the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, who will be crowned on July the 19th. Obviously, Daniel brings the IBF.
Davies isn't backing down from his belief that Dubois has the power to become the new undisputed heavyweight champion. He's confident that Dubois will bring the heat, applying constant pressure on Usyk. With the experience gained since their first encounter, Davies believes Dubois is ready to take his shot at greatness. This time, it's not just about the fight, it's about claiming history. While the pressure is mounting on Dubois to push the pace, the question remains, can he keep up the intensity for a full 12 rounds? His strategy of forcing a bloodbath may leave him open to critical counterattacks, and the risk could be his downfall.
Nail it on the line before we go to the break and talk about two other pound-for-pounders in Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, and that's heating up. Come on, nail it. Who wins on July the 19th?
Again, it has to be Usyk for me.
How does he win?
I think he probably stops Dubois late in this fight, because Dubois, like I say, Dubois has to make this fight into an absolute bloodbath. He's got a hound and chase Usyk, and in doing so, he's going to leave himself open because he's going to fight at a frenetic pace. The question has to be, can he keep the pace up for the 12 rounds? He can't do it for 8 rounds. He can't do it for 10 rounds. It would have to be for the 12-round period. And then he's got to hope at the end of the 12 rounds, Usyk is busted up in such a way that the referee could potentially stop the fight. I just don't see it now.
Duke McKenzie sees the rematch going in Usyk's favor. He believes that while Dubois will undoubtedly raise the stakes and apply pressure, Usyk's experience and skill will win out in the end. McKenzie predicts that as the rounds go on, Dubois will struggle to maintain that frenetic pace, and Usyk will find a way to outlast him. In his eyes, Usyk's composure, technical precision, and ability to adjust will lead him to victory, no matter how hard Dubois pushes. The fight may be brutal, but McKenzie is confident that Usyk's mastery in the ring will shine through. As the rematch between Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk draws near, all eyes will be on the ring to see who walks away as the undisputed heavyweight champion. Both fighters have trained tirelessly, and each brings something unique to the table. Dubois' raw power and relentless pressure will collide with Usyk's technical brilliance and ring IQ. It's going to be a thrilling battle that could go the distance or end in a dramatic knockout. Either way, it promises to be a fight for the ages. What do you think? Will Dubois' new approach be enough to overcome Usyk's experience? Or will the champion prove too much once again? Can Dubois maintain the high pace for all 12 rounds? Or will Usyk's composure win the day? Is this the moment Dubois becomes the new champion? Or will Usyk solidify his place at the top? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like this.